What's up, beautiful people? My name is Shawarma, and I love the muscle up. I've been doing muscle up for years, and I claim to have performed the slowest strict muscle up in the world. Took me 1 minute 48 seconds to complete, and you can watch it on the link below. I have several tutorials, several videos about the muscle up, but I think the wisest thing for me to do at this point is to create a series where I go through each one of the movements within the muscle up and certain aspects, techniques that are relevant for you to perfect your own muscle up. Today's topic is going to be the false grip. This is the most fundamental aspect of the muscle up. This is where everything begins. So let's take a closer look at the false grip. First, let me show you how I prepare for the muscle up. I put chalk on the cup of my wrists, and I'm very diligent about the right placement of my hands on the rings. Once I found the right position, I take a deep breath, focus on the movement, and go for the muscle up. Further along this series, I'm going to show you how to perform a clean transition like the one I just did. And that's a muscle up. So now let's go into the topic. So let's start with the most basic question. What is the false grip and why do I need it? Well, the false grip is a hanging technique, and it allows you to go through the muscle up without having to readjust your hands. This is fundamental. You will see that people who perform the muscle up on the bars either do the false grip over the bar with their wrist above the bar so that they can come up, and you will see others that have no false grip at all, and while they do the movement, they slightly let go of their grip and readjust while going into the dip position. This is not possible with the gymnastic rings. So you have to go with the false grip. Now, I am a believer of the use of chalk in training. And this is what I usually use. It's a cube chalk. I buy it at the climbing gym. And I hope you can see this. This is my callus. This is exactly the place where I will be placing the ring. Just like this. But before I do that, I usually chalk up, and the reason being that if I don't chalk up, there's less friction. And with less friction, you pull more on the skin. So I would always strive for getting chalk before using the rings and going for a muscle up. Now, pay attention closely to where I put my wrist cup on the rings. It's on the outer part of the wrist, and with this placement I grab the ring. Now let's revise what I said in the beginning. It's a hanging technique that allows me to go through the muscle up without having to change the position of my hands. So I'm hanging, I go into the muscle up, into the pull up, I go into transition, and at no moment did I see a need to change the position of my hands. The only thing that moves is my forearm. I advise you to practice this religiously because in the beginning it's going to be very uncomfortable to be on the false grip position. If you're a beginner, try hanging and doing pull-ups with the false grip. After you've done a couple of pull-ups, do dead hangs on the false grip position. And if you know what a Frenchie is, do some Frenchies while in the false grip. A Frenchie is a pull-up technique where you do a pull-up and you stay for 3 or 5 seconds still in a position. You lower yourself, you stay in that position for 3 to 5 seconds, you lower yourself, you stay in that position for 3 to 5 seconds, and so on. Getting used to the false grip, it's the most important thing for you to get your muscle up. Further along this series, I'm going to explain the transition. So for now, practice the false grip and make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because the follow-up video will be the transition, which is usually the hardest part for anyone trying to accomplish their first muscle up. So chalk up and practice the false grip. See you next time.